News that we are breaking to you, the Supreme Court has warned the Reserve Bank of India of initiating contempt proceedings for not disclosing the annual inspection report of banks that come under the Right to Information Act. SC and CIC had earlier ruled that the RBI cannot refuse to put reports in public domain under the transparency law. So here is an important observation made by the Supreme Court. It's a warning rather to the Reserve Bank of India for withholding certain important information. What the Supreme Court has said that the Reserve Bank of India can now be faced with contempt proceedings for not disclosing the annual inspection report of certain banks. Meenakshi Bhanja joining us with more information on this. Meenakshi, if you can put this in context for us, what exactly is the warning? How is it significant? Because this has clearly got to do with the transparency law under the Right to Information Act.
Well, that's right, Afida, and it's also got to do with the reluctance which has been put on display by the RBI from time to time. This is pertaining to petitioners seeking access to information about certain banks, the information which is in the realm of RBI. And RBI in the past has relied upon customer or rather client confidentiality and other aspects while refusing to decline to share such information. Now, the Supreme Court in the past has observed oftentimes as to how such information which is with the RBI in its possession does fall within the purview of the Right to Information Act, and RBI should be sharing such information with the petitioners. That has not been complied with, which today has bothered the Supreme Court to issue a warning of sorts, which is very grave, where the Supreme Court clearly indicated if continued non-compliance was showcased by RBI, then the Supreme Court would be compelled to initiate contempt proceedings against the Reserve Bank of India for not disclosing the annual inspection report of banks under the Right to Information Act. This is serious given the fact that in the past the Supreme Court has observed that the RBI should comply with the earlier rulings of the CIC and share such reports.
Right. So there cannot be such a withholding of information that comes under the RTI Act. A clear warning coming from the Supreme Court to the Reserve Bank of India. Meenakshi Bhanja, thanks for joining us.